Ah, January in the tropics. The bugs. After all this rain, the mozzies are bloody ferocious down here. Come on, bud. Let's get out of here, mate. The weeds, the grass. Well, the weeds are starting to take over here, bud. We're going to need some mulch real quick, mate. This nutgrass is growing quicker than Cocker Spaniels. The heat. It's all too much. What am I going to do? I'm going to have a serious think about this. Bugs, rainfall, weeds. I got just the thing. Hang on a sec. Boy, it's hot today. Must be in the high 90s, humidity as well. It's actually prime growing season for everything here in the tropics. For plants, for weeds, for bugs. It's really gardening in the extremes up here at this time of the year. But you can successfully grow table vegetables here. I'd like to share with you one of my all-time favourite seed mixes for January planting here in Townsville. It's a mixture of a few things that should work together very well in harmony to control the bugs and the weeds and produce something really valuable at the end of it. Let's have a look and see what I got. It's here. We got some great posties out here at Alligator Creek. They put this in a plastic bag for me to protect it from the rain. Cheers, guys. Righto, I've got the solution in my hot little hands here. Let's have a squeeze. Oh, yes. Edamame seeds, 1 kilogram. I have been waiting for these little bad boys. Gone in booty, done eh? It's been a while since I've seen these fellas. I'm really happy to be planting them again this year in the garden. Edamame, a soybean. They're a specific soybean cultivar that have been grown to produce a maximum of 3 buds within each pod. And those buds will be a lot sweeter than a normal soybean. Edamame are also picked when they're green. They're not left to dry as a normal soybean would be. These little bad boys are also some of the tastiest things you're ever going to put in your mouth and just go down awesomely with a nice cold beer. Edamame, you're going to want some of these. The word edamame comes from 2 Japanese words. Eda, meaning stick, and mame, meaning bean. Stick bean. Pretty apt considering how they grow. The edamame that I'm growing are going to have several uses for me throughout their lifespan. They're indeed a valuable, valuable crop. Using them first of all as a ground cover. They'll help to keep the weeds under control in the veggie garden. When they're finished, they can be ploughed into the ground and into the soil. Benefit to me is the fact that they will fix nitrogen into the soil. Saves adding more fertilisers in, I suppose. Edamame has countless health benefits, especially for older people. It's full of isoflavones. It's high in protein, so it's a great alternative for vegetarian as well. Many, many uses, soybean. I'm going to be growing edamame as my main crop. And with that comes a lot of bugs. It's very susceptible to insects and pests. And I'll have to keep a strong eye on what goes on here during the course of its lifetime. To give me a bit of a hand, I've decided this year to plant a few companions to go with that edamame. Some things that might take advantage of the system and bolster that system to protect against some of these things that I really don't want in the garden. To take advantage of the nitrogen that the edamame is going to produce, I'm going to grow some corn in amongst the rows of soybean. These seeds look really nice. They should grow really well here in the tropics and won't mind the humidity at all. I do, however, have to keep a watch out for sudden downpours of rain. They have shallow roots and can fall over quite easily. To help combat the influx of bugs that I'm expecting with my edamame crop, I've decided on planting some herbs in amongst them as well. Dill, coriander and basil. should work nicely together to deter as many insects as possible. Rocket is also something that you can direct sow into your garden right now, and it'll produce a lovely crop within a couple of weeks. And finally, my number one weapon to use against the bugs that are going to invade my garden this year. These little beauties, marigolds. I'm going to mass plant marigolds down there and see if they can't help me control some of the bugs that I'm faced with every year. It can be a bit risky planting things directly in the garden at this time of year. One downpour and everything can be washed away. So I'm going to try putting a few in seed packs and see how we go. A few punnets here with a simple perlite and cocoa mix. That's your perlite, that's your cocoa, and that's the two mixed together. These are a few marigolds here. I'll just cover them up with a light coating as well. And I'll water them in a bit later on. Right, there it is. My summer seeds super mix. A couple of things that might help you get control of things in the veggie garden in the tropics this January. Righto, I'm out of here. The mozzies are shocking. Dooga out.